इसका व्यू ऐसे कैसे आता है?
नमस्कार। Am I early?
नमस्कार सर.
Good evening, Excellency.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, Your Excellency.
Good evening.
Independence Day is not only a day of reflection, it is also a day to pay tribute and express our gratitude for our freedom that we still uphold. It is a day to look forward to tomorrows that are bright with opportunities still to be explored and attained. This is also the perfect time to quietly acknowledge the vision of a dynamic nation united in freedom and independence. Warm greetings to one and all present here on this pleasant evening. 75 glorious years of independence, and we are here this evening to launch Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav India at 75 celebrations under the auspices of the Embassy of India. It is a celebration to commemorate 75 years of independence with a slew of programs and projects to showcase development and progress over the years.
May I now invite Mr. Syed Salman, Vice Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, and Head of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav India at 75 Celebrations Committee to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, lady. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. The moment comes, which comes rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. That was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India. It's almost 74 years have passed since India achieved independence, but the day will remain as young as it was 7 decades ago. Good evening, namaste, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman, I would like to welcome the Chief Guest, His Excellency, Mr. Manu Mahawar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman. The guest of honor, Dr. Shiva, Chairman Board of Directors, my colleagues in the schooling system, and the fellow countrymen. Indeed, it's a momentous occasion for all of us when we celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at 75. We are all filled with great zeal, fervor, and great enthusiasm. Every particle of the atmosphere gets charged with the affection towards our motherland. Whenever we hear Sare Jahan se Acha Hindostan Hamara, or even we hear the tune of A.R. Rahman's Vande Mataram, it gives us a rush of blood when we Indians living in the foreign soil hear Bharat, Hindustan, India, call it with any name, but the soul still remains the same. This is also an occasion to glorify the great Indian culture, tradition, which has impressed the world at large. I personally think that it is our unity in diversity that fascinates the world, simply our welcoming nature, because India is a land enriched with morals like Atiti Devo Bhava. Atiti Devo Bhava meaning guest is God, and to develop a sense of responsibility towards our guests and tourists traveling to India and treat them with respect and honor. Fellow countrymen, our national anthem was composed originally in Bengali by Guru Rabindranath Tagore. It was adapted in its Hindi version by the Constituent Assembly as the national anthem of India on 24th of January 1950. It says Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. We as Indians need to envision what it means and work towards it. Furthermore, it showcases the national heritage of India and exhibits national allegiance. It acts as a catalyst to the feeling of national pride. the underlying meaning of our national anthem is pluralism. It talks about the different cultures, creeds, linguas, faith, and sense of unity which lies inside every one of us. Last but not least, it ends on the victory note, Jaya, 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 Hey. Now I would like to request everyone to please stand up in honor of our national anthem. राष्ट्रगान के सम्मान में आप सब अतिथिगण से गुजारिश है कि प्लीज खड़े हो जाएं. Requesting the host to switch off the cameras, please.
Freedom in our minds, faith in our words, pride in our hearts, and memories in our soul. A grand salute to our nation. Dr. Sivakumar Manikam is an academician par excellence, presently heading the e-learning department at Oman Dental College. He is a published researcher and writer. He is renowned for his articles on science and technology for the common reader. Prior to his recent position as the chairman of the board of directors, he was the academic chair in the School Management Committee of Indian School Muscat and a member of the Academic Advisory Council of the board. May I invite Dr. Sivakumar Manikam, chairman of board of directors, Indian schools in the Sultanate of Oman, to address the gathering.
His Excellency Sri Manu Mahavar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman, officials from the Ministry of Education and Embassy of India, my colleagues on the board, presidents, members of the school management committees, principals, teachers, and students, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to one and all. I would like to share a real story of a boy called Krishna Pandit Bonji, whose grandfather was hailing from Porbandar, a village in Gujarat, where Mahatma Gandhi was born. Krishna grew up in the United Kingdom and became a theatre artist in the British Royal Shakespeare Company. Richard Attenborough, an Academy Award-winning director, was so impressed with the Indian freedom movement and even obsessed with Mahatma Gandhi. He had been attempting to picturize the Indian independence movement in his new epic film and was working so hard for 18 long years. Finally, after generating the funds, he arranged non-stop filming consisting of 200 permanent members with best Indian and British talents. But he was not getting a good artist to take the role of Gandhi until he saw Krishna Pandit playing a lead role in the Shakespearean play called Hamlet during 1975. Krishna, who is now called as Sir Ben Kingsley, got selected to play the role of Mahatma Gandhi after lots of screen tests. Despite his Indian origin, his knowledge about India and Gandhi was very minimal. When he started reading the autobiography of Gandhi and other 28 books about independence movement, Krishna felt it was scary but intimidating and thrilling. He kept watching many visuals to understand Bapu's body language, Indian accent, tried to get his intense anger and hatred for the ruling British Raj turning intelligently into non-violence. Ben spent his mornings with yoga session and meditation and evenings in learning spinning the charkha. Ben said this action indeed taught him patience and enabled him to understand more about Gandhi and freedom struggle. One of the scenes of this movie was picturized using 300 extras, the highest number of actors ever used in film industry. This was just an attempt to imitate the actual event where over 2 million people had gathered to express love for Gandhi and his movement. When Ben had to lie still for 8 long hours to film this scene, later he said this became possible only with his practice of yoga, meditation, and slow breathing. No wonder this movie fetched 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Ben Kingsley. India has always appreciated and admired more by people outside than her own citizens. As we are celebrating the 75th anniversary of our nation's independence, we need to appreciate the phenomenal achievement our nation can be proud of, and how, as Indians, we should hold our head high as true citizens of this great nation. Today, India is world's 3rd largest in purchasing power, 4th powerful military, and 6th largest economy. We did not stop by inventing the concept of zero, decimal system, and arithmetic, but also discovered the presence of water on the moon and were able to launch 104 satellites in one go. 30% of Fortune 500 companies such as IBM, Deloitte, Microsoft, MasterCard, Novartis, Google, and Adobe, all led by CEOs of Indian origin or Indian born. Let us not be complacent about our achievement. Let us rededicate, reorient, refocus our commitment to serve our motherland and see her becoming the most sought after country in the world. As we are launching the India at 75 celebrations, it is an apt occasion to salute the freedom fighters and follow Gandhian principles. In a communication with Leo Tolstoy, Mahatma Gandhi quoted a couplet from Thirukural, a famous Tamil literary masterpiece, Inna Seidare Oruthal, which means the punishment to those who have done evil is to put them to shame by showing them kindness in return, and to forget both the evil and the good. Let us live and enjoy, develop and prosper. Thank you and happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your informative and lofty thoughts.
The 75th Independence Day is the celebration of the spirit of the freedom struggle and the reflection of the feeling of sacrifice, a tribute to the martyrs of the country and a resolve to build an India of their dreams, a glimpse of the pride of Sanatan India and the glow of modern India as well. Let me walk you through a kaleidoscopic view showcasing our achievements during these 75 years.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत। आइए मनाते हैं भारत की आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
An overwhelming experience indeed. Our hearts swell with pride.
It is a privilege to have the gracious presence of Sri Manu Mahavar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman. The Indian diaspora in Oman is blessed to have an able leader whose focus has always been their well-being. His Excellency has touched the lives of many by giving unstinted support to those who found themselves facing uncertainty in the face of this pandemic. The list of his noble deeds are endless, and his actions have been highly appreciated. His Excellency's active involvement within the community and the expansion of India-Oman bilateral relationship highlights his proficiency as an efficient leader.
This is the perfect time to launch the tagline and the ebook that unfolds the 75 Shades of India. May I request His Excellency Sri Manu Mahavar to do the honors.
Thank you. I hereby launch the tagline, My India, My Pride, and the ebook on 75 Shades of Indian Art Form to mark Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at 75 celebrations, organized by Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman.
Thank you, sir. May I have the honor of inviting His Excellency to address the gathering?
Thank you. And before I begin, let me say it was really quite an exhilarating experience to see this video compiling India's journey and achievements over the last 75 years. I congratulate all those who have put this together. Really a great work. Chairman and members of Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman, members of school management committees, principal and teachers of Indian schools in Oman, parents and dear students. Good evening, namaskar. I'm delighted to join you all for the launch of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at 75 celebrations across all Indian schools in Oman. I extend warm greetings and heartiest felicitations to all Indian nationals residing in Oman for this landmark moment in the journey of our beloved nation. I also take this opportunity to convey our best wishes to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and the government and friendly people of Oman for the continued peace, progress, and prosperity of Oman. I would like to thank the government of Oman, particularly the Ministry of Education, for their continuous support and cooperation towards smooth functioning of Indian schools in Oman. Friends, the Amrit Mahotsav is being celebrated across the world with the support of our diaspora and Friends of India. The Amrit Mahotsav was inaugurated by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in March 2021, 75 weeks before the 75th anniversary, that is 15th August 2022. And the celebrations will continue until 15th August 2023. As Prime Minister stated on that occasion, Amrit Mahotsav means celebration of the elixir of energy of independence. It is a festival of awakening of the nation. It is a festival of fulfilling the dream of good governance. It is a festival of global peace and development. So I'm really happy that in Oman too, we are celebrating this landmark occasion, the Amrit Mahotsav, with great enthusiasm and fervor. And I'm happy to note that the Indian schools in Oman, under the leadership of Board of Directors, have planned and scheduled a series of educational and socially impactful events to commemorate the Amrit Mahotsav all across various schools in Oman. The ebook which we just launched, and I again congratulate everyone who has contributed to the making of this ebook, the artists, the students who have contributed artwork, as well as the team which has put it together. It really beautifully depicts the rich cultural diversity of India. And the tagline, which we again just now released, My India, My Pride, it perfectly captures the importance of this momentous occasion. And it is also befitting that the Indian school, Muscat, which is the oldest Indian school in Oman, is organizing this spectacular opening ceremony of 2-year-long celebrations to commemorate Amrit Mahotsav. I'm quite confident that the events and activities that have been planned will showcase the best of India's culture and ethos, as well as India's achievements to the members of the Indian diaspora, as well as to our friends, our Omani friends, our other expatriate friends. These events, I have no doubt, will also contribute to further strengthening of the bonds of friendship between our two countries, a friendship which goes back several thousand years and which has evolved into a very vibrant and multifaceted strategic partnership. The embassy will continue to extend its full support to the board and to all the schools towards organization of these events. I'm also happy to note that many students and teachers and parents have participated in the Rashtragan initiative. Just before this event, I had an interaction with the Indian Social Club and their linguistic wings, and I encouraged the conveners of various wings to encourage enthusiastic participation by all members of the Indian community in Oman in this initiative. I have myself participated, and I found the experience very satisfying and enriching. I know many children have already participated, but I would urge each and every student of Indian schools in Oman, all the teachers, faculty members, and all the parents to participate in this noble initiative. I commend the Board of Directors members, SMC members, principals, staff, students of Indian schools for conceptualizing this whole series of events around Amrit Mahotsav. The India at 75 committee also deserves a special mention for coordinating these events. The embassy will also be organizing a series of events in the coming months. For now, we will be organizing these events virtually, but we do hope that the COVID situation will ease and it would become eventually possible for us to organize in-person events. I would urge all of you to actively participate in these events and be a part of Amrit Mahotsav celebration. Let me once again extend warm greetings to everyone who is watching this program, who is participating in this program in advance for the 75th Independence Day of India. And of course, we do expect all of you to join in the virtual participation, the flag hoisting ceremony, which will be done on 15th August, and later in the evening, a gala cultural program, which is being organized by Indian Social Club. Best wishes. Long live India-Oman friendship. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your words of wisdom and appreciation. Your confidence in us is truly encouraging. India's rich cultural diversity has greatly contributed to various forms of folk music. Almost every region in India has its own folk music, which reflects their way of life. These aren't just random songs. They are an oral history of our country, told through stories of love and devotion, struggle and redemption. These songs give a sense of belonging to the Indian diaspora. Let us lend our ears to these songs and travel to an ethereal yet earthly place called home.
मी डोल कर दर्या सारा भाग्यवती बनाए कर दो ये डुलकर दरियाचा राजा वल्लवरे नखवा हो वल्लवरे राम वल्लवरे नखवा हो वल्लवरे राम वल्लवरे नखवा हो वल्लवरे राम वल्लवरे नखवा हो वल्लवरे राम
That was simply a beautiful rendition that resonates with the patriotism within all of us.
A diplomat at Indian Foreign Service with more than a decade of industry experience with NTPC and a communication engineer, Mr. Anuj Swarup is also the Second Secretary, Political, Education and Information at the Embassy of India, Oman. May I now request Mr. Anuj Swarup to announce the plans of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at 75 celebrations.
Good evening to the Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Manu Mahavar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman, Chairman and my colleagues of the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman, members of school management committees, principals, teachers of Indian schools in Oman, as well as parents and dear students. Former Prime Minister of India, Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri, once said, and I quote, "The preservation of freedom is not the task of soldiers alone. The whole nation has to be strong." As India celebrates 75 years of independence, we are celebrating this momentous occasion as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to remember and commemorate the countless sacrifices of our freedom fighters and celebrate the achievements of India. I would like to convey my greetings on the 75th independence of India to everyone. I have been requested to give a brief overview of plans to celebrate Amrit Mahotsav across all Indian schools in Oman, taking inspiration from various celebrations that are being organized by Government of India and Friends of India across the world. BOD, in coordination with the Embassy, has charted out an exhaustive plan which aims to inculcate a sense of pride and inspire our students to realize the India of their dreams. The efforts shall be made to engage with Omani and other international schools, especially in the Muscat region. There are plans to organize 75 events in next 2 years till 15th August 2023, which shall be both socially impactful as well as educational. Each Indian school in Oman plans to organize one main event, including the Center for Special Education. Various competitions shall be organized on the theme of Amrit Mahotsav. A logo design competition has already been launched across all Indian schools, and the winning logo of India at the rate 75 shall be used in all communications, creatives, and events organized by Indian schools. The regular events in our academic calendar, like Avenir, India Schools Talent Fest, shall incorporate the theme of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. There are plans to organize exhibitions on Indian culture, especially art forms and Indian cuisine, as well as sports meet are also planned along with Omani and international schools. In socially impactful activities, we plan to launch blood donation drive, beach cleaning activities, as well as tree plantation. I request my colleagues in BOD and the whole Indian school fraternity to share further ideas to make Amrit Mahotsav a grand success in Indian schools in Oman. In the end, I would like to thank my colleagues in India at the rate 75 committee of BOD, my other colleagues in BOD, and the whole Indian schools fraternity for enthusiastically participating in celebration of Amrit Mahotsav. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for walking us through the educational and valuable plans of our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav India at 75 celebration.
From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Assam, India stretches over 3 million square kilometers of land area, enriched by a rich social and cultural heritage. In the east, Bihu, a folk dance from Assam, holds its uniqueness in the brisk steps and rapid hand movements and finds its auspicious position in the Assamese culture. It is performed during the Bihu festival. Kuravanji, the dance drama of Tamil Nadu, represents the southern part of India. It is known for its poetic and musical value, significantly characterized by the balance between the classical and folk art, which is amplified in its music and literature. The Garba in the west finds its place at the center of the celebrations in Gujarat. Adding colors to the festivities of Navratri are the women dressed in multicolored chaniya choli and the men in kediyu. Bhangra in the north is a traditional folk dance of Punjab. It is performed by both men and women. Several dancers dance to the beat of a dhol, accompanied by short songs called Bolyan. The zest is exhibited by the upraised and thrusting arm and shoulder movements, together with leaps and bends of the dancer. As India stands united in its diversity, so does the varied dance forms of India, which enhance the beauty of our diverse culture. Let's celebrate the unity in diversity through Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at 75, and enjoy the various dance forms showcased by the dance team of ISM.
வந்தனலே மலக்குற வஞ்சி வந்தனலே தாம் திதாம் கடதக தைத்ததை கடதக தாம் திதாம் கடதக தைத்ததை தாம் திதாம் கடதக தைத்ததை கடதக தாம் திதாம் கடதக தைத்ததை தாம் திதாம் கடதக தைத்ததை கடதக தாம் திதாம் கடதக தைத்ததை மலையருவி 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 வழக்கிலுங்கும் எங்களது நாடு மடிமடியா பால் சொரியும் எங்களது நாடு மலையருவி வழக்கிலுங்கும் எங்களது நாடு மடிமடியா பால் சொரியும் எங்களது நாடு சுனைகள் எல்லாம் கனிரசமாம் எங்களது நாடு சுனைகள் எல்லாம் கனிரசமாம் எங்களது நாடு தோகமையில் விளையாடும் எங்களது நாடு எங்களது நாடு திந்தின தின தின திந்தின தின தின திந்தின தின தின திந்தின திந்தின தின தின திந்தின தின தின திந்தின தின தின திந்தின வானரங்கள் கனி கொடுத்து மந்தியோடு கொஞ்சம் மந்திக்கின்ற கனிகளுக்கு வாந்தவிகள் கெஞ்சும் வானரங்கள் கனி கொடுத்து மந்தியோடு கொஞ்சம் மந்திக்கின்ற கனிகளுக்கு வாந்தவிகள் கெஞ்சும் கிழிந்து கிழித்தேனெடுத்து வானம்பாடி நடப்போம் கிழிந்து கிழித்தேனெடுத்து வானம்பாடி நடப்போம் கிம்புலியின் கொம்பை எடுத்து வம்பு திணை இடிப்போம் கிம்புலியின் கொம்பை எடுத்து வம்பு திணை இடிப்போம் பச்சமல பவிழமல பச்சமல பவிழமல எங்களது நாடு சுவாமி எங்களது நாடு
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तां हमारा. Truly a visual treat.
What an incredible way to represent a collection of pictures on a theme, recalling the past through a glimpse of numerous historical monuments and sites of India was intended in the collage competition. A collage competition on the representation of 75 famous historical sites of India was conducted for the students of classes 1 to 12 in Indian School, Muscat. It was a solo event and the medium was best out of waste. A list of 75 famous historical sites of India was given to the participants to choose from. Participants followed the guidelines to the hilt and submitted their creative entries. Our heartfelt appreciation to all the 116 participants of the collage competition. I would now request Mr. Vinobha MP, Senior Principal and Education Advisor, to declare the winners of the collage competition.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Sri Manu Mahavar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman. Guest of Honor, Sri Shivakumar Manikam, Honorable Chairman, Board of Indian Schools in Oman. Esteemed members of the board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and children. A very good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to announce the results of the collage competition, which was held in the school in connection with the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at the 75 celebrations. The topic, as it was mentioned right now here, the topic for the competition was famous historical sites of India. And there were altogether 116 participants from 3 categories: sub-junior, junior, and seniors. First of all, let me appreciate all 116 students who took part in this competition with a great enthusiasm. And I also congratulate each one of them for their excellent performance. Now comes here the first 3 positions from each category. Let us look at the sub-junior category first. The 3rd position is taken by Pratyush Girish Sate of class 4C. Congratulations to Pratyush. The 2nd position goes to Advitya Anu, 3F. And the 1st position goes to Vihan R of grade 1D. Hearty congrats to all the winners. Great work. Now let us look at the juniors category. Here the 3rd position is taken by Tania Elsa Matthew of 9. Second position is shared by 2 students, Joshua Emmanuel Samuel of grade 6H and Anoki R. Manjeshwar of 6M. Congratulations. Congrats. And here comes the winner, the 1st position, Dia Mehenas Jasmine of grade 7K. Congrats, Dia. Now we have the seniors category. The 3rd position goes to Nibhan Najib of 12A. Second position bagged by Chris Philip Sam of grade 9E. And the first position goes to Akanksha Vikrant Kotagiwar of 9B. Congrats. My hearty congratulations once again to all the participants, 116 participants of the event, and appreciations to one and all. It gives me great pleasure to join this event, and I wish all of you a very happy 75th Independence Day of India. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for declaring and appreciating the participants and the winners. A hearty congratulations to all the contestants and the winners. 75 Shades of India, a painting competition on 75 different art forms of India, was conducted for the students from classes 1 to 12 of Indian School, Muscat. The contribution was an astounding 370 paintings on the various art forms of India, a commendable feat indeed. His commitment to excellence and his unwavering support enables the ISM flag to always soar high. May I now request the head of the Institution of Indian School, Muscat, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, to declare the winners of the painting contest.
Thank you, Shnika. Good evening, one and all. Respected His Excellency, the Ambassador of India, Shri Manu Mahavar, the guest of honor, Dr. Shiva, Chairman, Board of Directors, the directors of the Board of Directors, President, Vice President, Convener, Treasurer, and esteemed members of the School Management Committee, the Management Committee members of the other schools, my colleague, principals, teachers, and my dear students. The 75 Shades of India. It was a one competition which was participated by many of the students, and we had a very difficult time and tough time to choose which is the best one. In order to give you the best, we thought that the best way is we go outside Oman. All the evaluations of the sheets were done by 3 independent judges from India. And it was done in a very tight schedule, and the judges had a real tough time. However, as someone has to win and someone has to go not to win, my congratulations to each one of you who has participated in it, and my congratulations to also the winners and those who could not make it up. Is always a better luck next time. Let me start with the sub-juniors category. The sub-junior category, the winners have done basically the worldly artwork, and the third position was taken by Satvik of class 3rd E. Second position was secured by Prityush Girish Sathe of 4C. And the first position was taken by Dhanush Raj TD of 4K. My heartiest congratulations for making this a successful one to all the participants. Now moving on to the juniors category. The third position did a painting on fog painting, and the winner is Samragi Sandeep Bhattacharya of 7H. And the second position had done the Pichashvi painting, and the winner is Pragati Diwan Sidhpura of 8N. And the first winner had made a Deccan miniature painting. And the winner is Akshmi Manjudar of class 7F. My winners to all those who could not make it up for the event. Now moving on to the senior category. The third position did the painting on Roman art in the Indian style. And the winner is Sujal of class 9J. The second position did an abstraction of a painting, and the winner is Jade of class 10I. The first position in the senior category did a painting on Shantiniketan School of Painting pattern, and the winner is Anish Pari of 9G. My heartiest congratulations to all the winners and also to those who took part and those who could not even take part because of their own constraint. I thank you, and thank you each one of you. Over to you, Vita.
Thank you, sir, for announcing the winners and inspiring all the budding artists. Our wholehearted appreciation to all the contestants and the winners.
Indian school mascot has seen many a student blossom and grow into young adults who have carved a niche for themselves in this world. Isn't it sheer bliss and honor to have amidst us one such revered person on this momentous occasion? We are indeed privileged to have Mr. Sachin Toprani, an ISM alumnus and currently the President of Indian School Mascot Management Committee, with us this evening. Sir was a member of Institute of Management Consultant, IMC UK, and is the owner of SATTech. Since 2016, he has been serving as member of the SMC as the IT chair and ISMA coordinator. He is presently the president of Indian School Mascot Management Committee. It is certainly an honor to have you amidst us this evening, sir. May I now invite Mr. Sachin Toprani, President, Indian School Mascot Management Committee, to present the vote of thanks.
Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Shri Manu Mahawar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman, our guest of honor, Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman, Mr. Anuj Swarup, our Second Secretary at the Embassy of India, Mr. Saeed Salman, the Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors and the Head of the India at 75 Committee, esteemed directors on the board, the Vice President, the Convener, the Treasurer, and respected members of the School Management Committee, our Principal, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, our Senior Vice Principal of Administration, Vice Principals, Assistant Vice Principals, heads of the various departments, teachers, grandparents, parents, students, and well-wishers. As this significant program draws to an end, it is my proud privilege to propose this vote of thanks. At the outset, I would like to express our profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for his benevolence and magnanimity on the Indian community. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the esteemed Chief Guest, His Excellency Shri Manu Mahawar, who has spared his precious time to preside as the Chief Guest and inaugurate the launch of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav India at 75 celebrations. Thank you, sir. Our heartfelt thanks to the guest of honor, Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman, who has shared his expertise and supported us in this noble mission. Thank you, sir. Heartfelt thanks to Mr. Saeed Salman, the Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors and the Head of the India at 75 Committee, for his adept guidance and his support throughout. Thank you, Mr. Salman. Sincere thanks to Mr. Anuj Swarup, Second Secretary, Embassy of India, for gracing this occasion with his august presence. Thank you, sir. And sincere thanks to Mr. Vinopa, our educational advisor, for his profound engagement at all times. Thank you, Vinobaji. Sincere thanks to all the esteemed directors on the board who have always guided us in all our initiatives and showered their blessings on the student community. Our special thanks to the Vice President, the School Management Committee, the Convener Treasurer, and all the respected members of the School Management Committee for their guidance and their unfailing support in shaping the future of the world. Thank you, sirs and ma'am. Our sincere thanks to the principals of all the Indian schools in Oman for their presence and their relentless support and cooperation that they have extended. We are extremely fortunate to have Mr. Prakash V as the designer, Mr. Ajit Kumar KK, and Mr. Anil Kumar KA as the judges from India for the India at 75 competitions. We extend our sincere thanks to all the esteemed judges who have taken their time out of their busy schedule to educate all the entries in the collage and the shades of India and all the various competitions. We are extremely grateful to our dear principal, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, who has always played a key role in ensuring a quality and effective learning for improving the students' achievements and defining realities through his guidance. Thank you, sir. Our thanks would be incomplete without the gratitude shown to our vice principals, our assistant vice principals, the head of the various departments and teachers who have always nurtured the dreams of our students for a better tomorrow. Thank you, sirs and ma'am. We wish to express our heartfelt thanks to the Senior Vice Principal of Administration and the IT team for their unstinting efforts and the perfect logistical support that they have enabled us to a smooth functioning of this program. We wish to express our heartfelt thanks to Mr. A. Sajendran and Ms. Bijimol S. for their unstinting efforts and their perfect logistical support that has supported throughout the function that we have seen today. All our dear valued guests, grandparents and parents, thank you for always being there for us, and a big thanks to all the student community for helping one another, for being a constant learner and making the best of everything that life has to offer. We thank all of those who have worked devotedly behind the scenes and all those we may have forgotten to mention. Thank you once again, and we wish you all a lifetime of wellness and stay safe. And we also look forward to all your enthusiastic participation on the 15th of August, 2021 at 11 a.m. for the Quiz India at 75. So please save the date and time, 15th of August at 11 a.m. for the quiz at 75. Happy Independence Day and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for that heartfelt expression of gratitude. Esteemed audience, we leave for now, but stay tuned with us for updates and events connected to Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav India at 75. Together, let's make Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav India at 75 a memorable one. Take care and stay safe. Shubh Ratri. You may now log out of the session.